How have you handled all the extra hype after Mitch Creek talked you up on following the win Thursday?
Oh yeah, it's really hard. I can barely leave my house at the minute. Just people following me everywhere. No, it was really cool what Mitch said about me. He's a great leader, that guy, and I think he was trying to give me some confidence and just keep going and keep doing what I was doing. But yeah, a lot of actually friends and family ended up seeing it. It kind of surprised me a little bit how many people sent me messages after that. So yeah, it was a nice wrap from him, and I appreciated it.
How have you guys, so what sort of confidence have you taken from that first win going into another tough game this weekend?
We take a lot of confidence. We're not trying to get too ahead of ourselves. It's the first game of the season, but it is really nice to see that when we go out and play up the way we want to play, that we can compete sort of against anybody. And we were down; they were down a few people, but so were we. So it was a really good, gritty win from us, and yeah, we're pumped. We can't wait to play another game.
How does your role change with Ty being out of the side?
My role's pretty similar. It's harder for all of us because he's such an important player. And in the pre-season, we had a little bit of chemistry going with he gets double a lot in the post, and just sort of trying to get myself into gaps where he can find me for layups and stuff like that. So I got to find different ways to get a little bit involved in the offense. But for me, mostly I'm just trying to hustle and rebound as best I can and play good defense. So with Ty out, it's still kind of a similar role for me.
Your coach kind of talked you up as like coming here and sort of stepping away out of the shadows of Andrew Bogut. I mean, is that what you came for? To really make a name for yourself as a starter.
I came for more opportunity, definitely, and I've been lucky Simon's given me that so far. I've got to repay the faith in him by playing well. I wouldn't say I was just coming to get away from Bogues. I really like that guy. He's a great teammate, and I learned a lot from him. So hopefully I can kind of show a little bit this year the things that he was teaching me.
What are you expecting out of Brisbane? Did they play a bit of small ball in the first game? What are you expecting?
Yeah, they did. They played a bit of small ball. They have a lot of guards out there that can shoot really well, so they space the floor well around Matt Hodgson. He's a really impressive lob threat. They're a smart basketball team, and we're going to have to play well to beat them. But at the same time, small ball has its downfalls where there's other things you have to give up when you play small ball, like rebounding and things like that too. So, and then even defensively, if it's not Hodgson protecting the rim, then there'll be other guys down there won't be able to protect the rim quite as well. So when we have guys like Mitch Creek coming downhill at them, it sort of creates opportunities for them. So there's plenty of ways we can attack their small ball they've got going on.
I know you've got a few injuries, but has it been a long 10 days? You must be itching to get back out there.
Yeah, it feels kind of strange. It's almost like we started the season and then we've put a pause on it, and then we've got to start again on Sunday. But it's an opportunity for us to get better in the 10 days and work on some new things. So yeah, it has been a long time. We're really looking forward to getting out there, and especially since it's our first home game, we've been itching to get down to the fire pit and get going with that. So yeah, it has been a while, and we're really raring to play.
Do you have to remind Simon this week, hey, I can run with these guys, you don't have to take me off when they go small ball?
Yeah, I don't have to remind him that. I think he kind of knows that I enjoy the challenge of trying to guard the guards, and I don't do it that well every time, but I do enjoy trying to get out there on the perimeter and challenge the guards a little bit. So the small ball doesn't really bother me too much. It's just kind of an exciting challenge, and I think Simon backs me a little bit to do a good job on guards when I get switched out on the perimeter.
There's a few new faces here, but John Robeson's right at the top. What have you seen from him so far? What's he been like to play with?
Oh, John's a legend. He's I really like him so far as a person, but also as a player. And he's been so good. I can't believe how lucky we are to have found him. And I can't believe it's his first year in the NBL. He seems so suited for the game style over here. I was saying earlier, it's almost like we've got one of those stud point guards like a Casper or a Bryce Cotton or a Trimble or something like that. We got to bang right away with John. And that's huge for us, just competing with all the other teams that have guys like that already. So yeah, he's an incredible shooter. Off the dribble, he's just absolutely money. So it's a really good weapon for us to have, and I'm really glad he's on our team.
You mentioned the fire pit before.
Yeah, I did.
Well done. In terms of the fans, what are you expecting from them this week?
Yeah, I'm expecting a pretty good turnout. I have a lot of people asking me for tickets, and I would love to get a few more from the club if anyone knows how to. But I expect a pretty good crowd. I think there's a lot of people that are excited about the Phoenix and are excited about have someone to cheer for that's not United as well, and what we represent out in this region. And Yeah, it should be a really good crowd, and I'm sure we've got a lot of good good entertainment to go with it. And I'm excited to see all our members and all the other people that come out to check us out after our big win as well. So yeah, it should be a really good atmosphere down in the fire pit.
I asked the same question of John, but for the teams that haven't got the long haul flights and the games in the States, is it kind of a chance to really get a bit more of to get a real roll on, I guess, without that travel factor and get a jump on them, I suppose?
Yeah, definitely. For us, Creaky was at the World Cup, and before that he was really close to making the NBA too, so he hasn't been with us that much. And so this extra 10 days is massive for us, where he can get sort of more integrated into the group. But for everyone else sort of to learn how to play with him, I mean, he's a guy who's obviously our best player, so we've got to learn how best to play with him and make sure we get the most out of all that he brings to the table, and also make sure that we can make the most out of ourselves in playing in a style that works well for the whole team. So this 10 days does really help us. Having said that, would love the opportunity to play an NBA team. It's an incredible experience playing against those guys. It's something that we don't ever get the opportunity to do otherwise. We watch these guys on the TV all the time, so it is an amazing experience. And even though I think we do get a bit of an advantage in the NBL season, I think it's definitely worth going over there to play those guys.